that kind of nation. What you are doing will make it more possible. We have work to do. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
More democratic perspective on events tomorrow afternoon, as we'll show you two of the presidential candidates campaigning in Iowa. First, Carol Moseley Braun in Waterloo, that's at 5 Eastern. And the Reverend Al Sharpton in Sioux City, that's at 6:30 p.m. On Saturday, Congressman Richard Gephardt takes his presidential campaign to New Hampshire. We'll cover his remarks at an outdoor barbecue in Manchester, starting live at 6 p.m. Eastern. Today, Secretary of State Colin Powell met with members of the foreign press. Here's that 40-minute news conference.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Washington Foreign Press Center, and a special welcome to our journalists at the LA Foreign Press Center and at the New York Foreign Press Center. We're delighted to host today a man who, a few months ago from this podium, promised to be back soon. Here he is, keeping his promise, the Secretary of State.
Thank you very much, and it is a privilege to be back at the Foreign Press Center. As I said to you last time, that I would be back soon. And I say to you again today that after this appearance, depending on how well you behave, I will be back again. But I do look forward to these encounters, and I enjoyed our last session very much. I'll keep my opening comments very brief so we can get to your questions. I might mention that earlier this morning I called the Foreign Minister of Jordan, Foreign Minister Mawasher, and expressed my regrets on the incident that took place in Baghdad earlier today with the bombing of the Jordanian embassy, and regret the injuries to Jordanian personnel as well as the loss of life of innocent Iraqi citizens who were just out in the street going about their business when this terrorist act took place. When you think of that terrorist act, when you think of what happened in Jakarta at the Marriott Hotel, when you think of the other incidents that we have seen in recent times, it reminds us once again that we all must come together. The civilized world must come together to defeat the scourge of terrorism in whatever manner it manifests itself. We cannot move into this 21st century and work hard to provide hope to people as long as these kinds of incidents take place. And the President has made it clear that he will stay with this campaign against terrorism, and we will unite the world in this campaign against terrorism. And I think we've seen a great deal of progress. We're seeing our friends around the world understand the seriousness of this issue. We've seen what's happened in Saudi Arabia lately with all of the arrests that have taken place and the uncovering of caches of munitions. And we've seen similar actions in other countries.